Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Light Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Okay, I want to talk about Disney Plus. Disney Plus has been doing some shady business, I feel like, this year. I mean, good for them in the business sense, but maybe not so good for us as the consumers.
When is it ever good for the consumer?
So, first off, price hikes. They're doing weird stuff with their pricing again. Right now they're offering this deal, like $1.99 for 2 months for new and returning people, right?
Okay.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But that's because they're covering up trying to slide in the fact that this price hike is coming in October.
How much is it up to, or will it be up to?
October 17th, it's going to be up to $15.99 plus tax per month for the no ads tier.
Wasn't it $7.99 or something? Didn't they kind of initially advertise we're going to be competitive with Netflix for
yeah, they wanted it to be
cheap
look, we're cheaper, haha, this is how we'll get people. Yeah, they're kind of throwing caution to the wind on stuff like that.
Where's
I don't know.
the more content too? Why am I paying twice as much for half the content?
Because you can pay extra for more content now.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
Pay extra for more content. Well, yeah, I can always do that, right? That's always an option.
I mean, the price this year alone has gone up, what, $6? $5? Something like that? Because on October 12th, 2023, Disney Plus was at $10.99, and it had literally just changed to $13.99.
Okay, it's gone up $3.
Yeah, that's October 2023. Now, of course, we're at October 2024, and it's going from $13.99 to $15.99.
So $5
in a year.
That's gone up almost 50% in a year.
That's
when you think about it.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And what did they add to it to make it worth that extra?
Nothing. There's never anything on Disney Plus. Unless you like the old stuff, or you want to watch your Marvel and your Star Wars and your franchises that are already on there.
Right. Well, you know what else they're doing now? They are introducing Star Wars and Marvel only channels called Hits and Heroes later this year. Now what that is, well, it's kind of a bad idea. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
What it is they're going to be live channels they're putting on.
We talked a little about this, didn't we?
Yeah. It's going to be these live channels. They're going to have Hits and Heroes with Marvel and Star Wars programming on a 24/7 loop. They're going to have a throwbacks channel that's going to play pop culture, nostalgia content. Real life will be running documentaries and biopics. And there's also going to be a seasonal channel. I think they're calling the first version of it Hollow Stream.
Okay. I get it, yeah.
Now, what does this accomplish? So instead of just watching the one thing I want, I can just watch it streaming endlessly with no,
They want to simulate old school TV where you would turn your television on and flip through channels and find something and watch it. I feel who does that anymore?
And then you just get sitting there and you'll get sucked into watching more and more instead of going, well, I want to watch this movie. I'll play this movie on Disney Plus and that'll be it. No, instead, you'll turn on these channels and just supposedly be glued in. But don't worry, Walden, she's one of the big wigs who's actually being considered for Bob Iger's position.
Ooh, okay.
I know. She's insisted that after cutting billions of dollars in cost, the company is still focusing on the curation and producing quality content over volume, saying, we've cut back, but we've never been an organization that chased volume. We've always preferred curation.
Sure you are.
Sure.
Where's your carefully curated content then? Where is it?
Where is it indeed?
What? No, I'm being serious. I don't really watch anything on Disney Plus other than Star Wars and Marvel, the new shows. I don't know. I know there's a few things here and there, but it's not good quality shows. Where are there good quality shows? But if they had to say, this is the last 5 years of Disney Plus now, these are our top 10 shows. What do they got? Well, what would they line up and say, here you are. This is an example of what we do. This is our curated content.
The curated content is, we acquired Hulu.
Yeah, but it's not.
And we can now claim credit for Hulu's things like Shogun.
Yeah, but that's not there. You know what I mean?
No,
it's not theirs. I'm being serious. Where is the value in Disney Plus if you are not a big Disney fan and just don't perhaps have some of these Marvel and Star Wars movies and classic Disney shows or movies on Blu-ray or VHS or whatever you might have them on. Yeah.
Betamax.
Hey, you never know.
Don't worry, though. They pledge to keep investing in technology and innovation an area which Netflix has been outranking them for a long time. That's part of the reason why Netflix has been the winner of the streaming wars.
Well, I feel like every time I turn on Netflix, there's always like a new show. It doesn't necessarily appeal to me, but I feel like every time I'm turning it on, like, here's some new shows. This is new things we've made.
Well, and what's silly is this live channels thing. Okay, so if I turn it on and I see the live channels and it was like, oh, Spider-Man Homecoming, it's halfway over. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not gonna sit there and go, I'll just watch this live and I'll watch whatever's on next.
Maybe that's their hope, that you're gonna...
Well, they want you to plug your kid into it and just let your kid go or something.
I'm sure. But I mean, I would imagine what the hope is you're gonna turn these channels on, you're gonna find something you know, oh yeah, I remember this movie, I was gonna watch this movie, or this, I like this movie, haven't seen it in forever. And then, yeah, you are going to go watch it from the beginning. Or maybe you just sit there and watch the rest. I don't know. I don't know. It's an old school concept, which I don't think is going to resonate well with younger people. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
The only reason right now that Disney Plus has been succeeding in making money is because of their acquisitions. Because of Hulu, because of ESPN. ESPN is still, like, hardcore.
I thought ESPN was struggling, too.
No, they're the reason they're still
ESPN
succeeding.
Anymore?
Well, they have things like overseas sports for them. And, of course, now they've got the deal with Max, HBO, for the uninformed who don't want to call it Max, I guess.
Teaming up with the enemy.
When I think of Max, I think of Cinemax. I don't think of HBO.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't even know if Cinemax is still a thing.
I think so.
What's interesting, another thing is, half of these subscribers belong to the ad tier, and half are in the no ad tier. They're trying to push... the company, this is literally what they want to do. They're trying to push subscribers into the ad tier. Because even though it's lower in price, the revenue is higher per user because of the money they're making off of not just your $7.99 or whatever it is a month, but those ads are worth money. So they're upping and upping and upping the price for the basic no ad subscription more so than the ad subscription, because they want the people who are paying for no ads to pay for the ad tier. They're just trying to see how far they can push before they knock people down into the lower tier. I think that's like kind of a bad business practice.
I think a lot of their business practices are pretty bad and shady.
Well, and
not very customer friendly.
And I don't know if you've heard this one, but last week Disney signed a new agreement with DirecTV, which will offer the ad-supported version of Disney's streaming service.
So it's just going to cable?
So no, instead of you bundling DirecTV onto your Disney Plus, now if you are a DirecTV customer, you can bundle in the ad version of Disney Plus.
Isn't that just like cable or satellite?
That's what DirecTV is.
Yeah.
And now they're going to bundle in that way, which is kind of crazy.
Remember when you would just like buy a cable package and get all these different channels?
And those are what you watched and... Yeah.
Wow, you wouldn't watch a lot of them, but
you set up the VCR to record at a certain time on a certain channel, and nobody could watch anything during that time because it would mess up the VCR sometimes.
It depends.
The older VCRs.
Yeah.
It was like, sorry guys, you can't watch TV because I'm currently recording a channel.
DVR's been a thing for a while. It's been a while since anybody set up a VCR to record. And if it's recent for you, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. But I think Disney Plus is pushing too hard. I think they need to make it what they promised at the beginning and make it cheaper.
Good. Well, yeah,
realizing they don't have the content that a Netflix does that's been established for so long.
They keep talking about how they're going to cut back. Like, you're never going to compete with Netflix, and you just keep raising
the way they think
they're
going to compete is they're going to add chunks of content just by partnering.
No, they thought that Star Wars and Marvel, people were just going to pay all this money for it because it's Star Wars and Marvel. We could crank out a couple of these shows a year and we'd be fine.
Because no one will leave if the next show is just a month, 2 months away.
The fear of missing out. Yeah, you're not going to unsubscribe. You need to know what happens in the next Marvel show. Instead, people are like, yeah, I don't really need to know. When you offer it for $2 a month, I'll come back and watch the 3 things you've put up there this year.
Yeah. I know that last year they got that really good deal for Hulu that was like $2 a month for a year. Yeah, we signed up for that.
Well, I mean, that's how. But they hope you forget then, like.
Oh, I didn't forget. My calendar's
I know,
March.
because you're signed in. Like, if you don't call and cancel or whatever, they charge you the full price for the next month. That's the whole game plan, which is just shady as well.
So I'm not sure how I feel about Donna Walden, who is currently apparently one of the top 4 candidates to succeed Bob Iger as the CEO of Disney. If this is what she thinks is a great idea, is we'll make it profitable by charging more. We'll make it profitable by edging out the people who don't want ads to force them into an ad tier where they're actually worth more money to you.
Yeah, well, I've joked before, like, because Iger talked about last year, we're gonna, we're cutting back, we're gonna do less, we're gonna spend less on what we are making, and our prices are gonna go up. Like, who says that? Like, how is that your business model?
Well, if you stop giving Leslie Headland $180 million, you could have cut the prices of Disney Plus a little.
It's not wrong. You're spending all this money on these shows that aren't bringing in the numbers. Mm-hmm. And that's all you have.
That's all they got right now. Yeah. Shows that aren't making any money, that they're spending more than they're bringing in.
Yeah, just so piss poorly managed. Because they didn't know how to manage those franchises, especially Star Wars. They didn't know how to.
They didn't know what to do with it. No,
I don't think Marvel has been a success on Disney Plus either. Very few of the shows have really been memorable and good.
Yeah, we'll see what's coming. I mean, I'm a weird person. I really enjoyed Werewolf by Night, which was that's one little special.
One shot. Kind
I thought WandaVision was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I liked Loki. She-Hulk was a completely
best thing they've had.
Yeah.
But it hasn't worked. Like that they just thought they could put it on there.
Yeah.
They just thought they'd put these shows on there. People would just scarf it up or hand over their money, and that hasn't been the case. And now they have nothing. So now they keep charging more money for nothing.
Well, part of the problem for that is they don't get the big name actors. You're not getting a Thor show with Chris Hemsworth.
If you gave him enough money, I'm sure you could. What's the difference to him?
I mean, you got Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was pretty decent.
Sure, it's fine. It's fine.
But it's not mainstream, and it doesn't further the Marvel story.
No, it's just average. It's just like, oh, okay, that was a fine show.
The only one that's connected cinematically at all is Loki, and it connected to Deadpool and Wolverine, sort of.
Well, you got WandaVision had implications.
True, to Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. But you don't want it to be too tied up either, because then it's not fair to the movie audience, I guess.
Sure.
But just to sum it up, Disney
bad.
Come on. Don't price gouge everybody because you want us to switch to an ad tier, because you want us to be worth more to you. Make content that brings more people. Make good
so simple,
quality things that bring people who aren't ashamed to be like, yeah, I subscribe to Disney Plus. You don't want to feel like you wasted your money, and that's what unfortunately you're trying to make me feel like.
It seems so simple, like make good stuff and people will pay to watch it. But whatever, that's all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news about Disney Plus, and let's talk some Star Wars. And so, until next time, thanks for watching.